Police officers often violate people's rights and do the unthinkable. However, today we will witness some satisfying moments when these crooked officers messed with the wrong person and were humiliated.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way.
With unlimited authority comes a plethora of attitude. And today we'll be going through some shocking cases of some corrupt police officers who thought they were untouchable and can get away with anything. However, their actions caught up with them and they were held accountable in the most unexpected ways.
Go take your hand out of your pocket, okay?
No, sir, I haven't done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing, no.
Okay. Seriously.
Put your gun down, really?
Officer Brianna Strauss thought she could get everything out in the public. She posted a hilarious and demeaning TikTok that had her in a lot of hot water.
I can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get the out of the way. I say to everyone out there, I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way. Get the out of the way. Us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. So you might as well get the out of the way. If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. The best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
This took the internet by storm, and Strauss was immediately held accountable. The police department released a statement condemning her actions, and she was also suspended for 10 hours without pay. Now, while this cop apologized later, the actions of this tyrant were completely unforgivable.
All right? So the you think you are worried about what I'm doing?
On May 18th, 2020, Officer Matthew Spina pulled over a car that was driving 60 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. What should have been a normal traffic stop turned into something totally bizarre.
Hey, could I just ask you why you're riding their butt like that and speeding, man?
I'm running his license plate because everybody else is speeding. Why are you speeding?
I was only going 60.
Speed limit's 40. Look at the
50.
signs.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Do
All
yourself
right.
a favor. Oh, give me the toe.
No, I have a...
Yeah.
I have a card.
Step out.
I have a card.
Step out.
All right, stop, man.
You want to run your mouth? No problem. You came to the right guy. Step out.
All right, stop.
Come on.
The driver, Kevin, tried to talk calmly to the officer, but he was caught up in a moment of rage and was about to dump his frustration on this poor driver.
Hands, please. Behind your back. You sharp?
No, sir.
Where's the mirror?
I have it in my car, but I have a card.
See, the blue car
Yeah, which one?
was tailing me.
Yeah.
While I was pacing a tractor-trailer looking for a motor vehicle violation because the
Okay.
governor's office has gotten multiple complaints on traffic stops.
I know.
Okay?
I know that.
So we're out doing our thing.
Okay.
He decides to pass me and off.
All right, Spina, I'm sorry.
All right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So the fuck you are worried about what I'm doing?
Okay. You're right.
I know I'm right, goddammit!
Officer Spina showed no interest in de-escalating the situation and only made matters worse with his actions.
Everyone's got something to say. Mind your own goddamn business. You're speeding. How about I start with that? No shit. I was following that kid for a reason. And if you had a stupid stunt, I'd be with him right now. But no, you just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You had to be a American. God help you if there's anything illegal in this car. Is it in the original dispensary container? Is it in the original dispensary container? No. Then you're how's that sound? No mind your own business next time. Yeah, it's called shut the up.
Just when you think the officer had lashed out, things were about to get even worse as he did the unthinkable.
I was driving along, I was gonna head to a simple citation that I give, but no! You gotta be, you just couldn't fuck your mouth. Where you going anyway? Where do you work? Where?
It's called American Pulp.
What's that?
It's
Paper?
Yeah, you know, like the liquor bottles and stuff that the comes in, like the trays. I promise you, I own a car. Honest to goodness. And it's all right here in my glove box right here.
You ever heard of what a heat seeker is?
No.
A heat seeker is something that draws attention to itself. Heat-seeking missiles, they go for the heat. Shit, did I tell you them all? Why am I speeding? I'm doing my job. Connecticut General Statute 14-298 allows law enforcement officers to disregard the traffic laws in the performance of their duties. How the f*** am I gonna catch a speeder if I'm not speeding? You late for your job at NASA with physics?
It seemed like Officer Spina was venting the frustrations of his 14-year police career on a driver whose only offense was speeding.
Where do you want this? Doesn't get trashed. I can tell. I don't want to get ruined. Unbelievable. It just never in this fucking job. I got 14 months. I can't wait to be done. This ought to tell you why our department, instead of having 1,300, has 850 right now. Clue to the public. What a bunch of assholes you are. Right there. You want it on paper or not? Is it in the original dispensary container? No.
Kevin, overwhelmed by the officer's intense anger, chose not to speak up. In the end, Officer Spina left the scene without issuing a ticket or even a warning.
Turn around. Everything across you that visual focus and be on your way. Don't you ever f me again.
Hey, can you be safe?
Spina's behavior was terrifying to say the least, and the Waterbury Police Department also took notice of this and ended up suspending him from the job, where he then ultimately resigned. Now moving on, this corrupt officer was too high on power and thought he could do anything that he wished.
Go take your hand out of your pocket. Okay?
No, sir, I haven't done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing. No.
Hey, seriously.
Put your gun down, really?
On July 29, 2015, a resident, Don McComas, was outside of his home when he noticed a police cruiser circling around his residence. That is when he began filming the officer, unaware of what was about to unfold.
He's now calling in my license plate number of my excursion. He thinks he's being funny now.
Officer David Rodriguez, however, didn't find the recording funny, and as he got out of his car, he did the unthinkable.
All right, go take your hand out of your pocket. Okay?
No, sir, I haven't done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing. No.
Hey, seriously.
Put your gun down, really?
Edward 10. Start me another one.
This one's really got a gun on me. No. You don't touch me. You don't touch me.
I'm at that address. Start me another unit.
You don't touch me.
Hey, man.
No, you don't touch me.
When I tell you to take your hand out,
I've done nothing.
okay?
Nope.
You need to relax.
You go away.
Okay. I don't go away. I stay where I am. You can go in your house if you want, or you can stay out here. But you don't keep your hand in your pocket. Okay?
My hand can be in my pocket. There's nothing in there.
This sick police officer made the worst decision, as he probably has no clue about filming laws. He still believes that he cannot be filmed, as he keeps making these actions worse.
I've done nothing. What have I done?
I'm telling you.
Answer me. What have I done? Why'd you get out of your vehicle?
You're taking a picture of me. I'm taking a picture of you.
You take a picture and leave.
Okay. I don't have to leave.
Neither do I.
So, I told you to take your hand out of your pocket. I just want to make sure you don't have a weapon.
You know I don't have a weapon on me.
Okay. I don't know that.
You do that. I'm completely clear. Wrong. You have your gun out because you're a police officer. You're trying to intimidate me, and this is going all over YouTube.
Put it on.
This is horrible. Trust me, I will.
Okay.
You guys have done enough to my family.
Okay. I don't even know who you are.
That's why you just happen to slowly approach my house, stop in front of my house,
I don't even know
and then
who
keep
you are.
going. So that was just random. That was just random?
McComas, overwhelmed by the officer's behavior, continued filming, but grew increasingly fearful for his safety, as the tyrant officer still had his gun out and was following him.
You didn't stop at
What's
anyone's
wrong
house.
with you, man?
You didn't stop at anybody's house but mine.
What's wrong with you?
Your station is corrupt.
Oh, okay. Are you some kind of a constitutionalist,
No, sir.
crazy guy or something like that? Is that your
Is that what you're going after? Is that where you're going? Are you throwing claims around?
I'm asking you.
Are you throwing these around?
What's that?
Are you throwing labels around?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you sitting here with your gun out at me? This is why I'm doing this, to protect myself from you.
Okay. All right. Well, you just stay right in front of me, and then we'll be all fine. Okay?
Am I being detained? Have I been accused? Are you accusing me of a crime? Are you suspecting me of a crime?
If I did, I would arrest you. Okay?
Well, Officer Rodriguez believes it's crazy to follow the Constitution. Shortly after, he departed the scene.
Go ahead and have a nice day. Put it on YouTube. I don't really care.
I will, sir.
Okay.
Getting my stuff from my car.
Okay.
Mr. McComas ended up filing a complaint with the department, and after an internal investigation, they claimed that the officer's actions were justified. He then filed a civil rights lawsuit, and the court ruled that the officer's actions were illegal, removing his qualified immunity. The officer retired shortly after, as he realized he is not above the law. Well, if this cop was corrupt, you won't believe what this next tyrant did.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. I'm dude.
What have I
Get
done
on the
wrong?
ground, James.
What have I done wrong?
On September 14th, 2023, cops were dispatched to a location after some residents called in for an uncontrolled fire in the area. However, instead of focusing on the fire, the officer directed his anger at a man calmly riding his bicycle.
What's up, my man? Come here. Come here. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, put the bike down. Put the bike down.
Why? It's my bike.
Because I told you to put the bike down.
Why are you stopping me right now?
Because you're riding your bike with no light
I'm
on.
riding it. I got
Put the bike
I got
down.
A light right here.
Dude,
My
put the
light
bike
was right
down.
here. I said, no, fuck
Put
that.
the bike down,
Call your
James.
supervisor.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
No, call your
Turn
supervisor.
around. Put your hands behind your
I've done
back.
nothing wrong.
I'm
What
gonna
have I done
tase
wrong?
you, dude.
What have I
Get
done
on the
wrong?
ground, James.
What have I done wrong?
562 King. Get on the
What have I done
ground.
wrong? I've not done nothing wrong.
Get on the ground,
I've
James.
done nothing wrong. Am I being detained?
Get on the ground, James.
Detained.
Put
Am
me
I
at
being
a
detained?
subject stop.
Am I being
425
detained?
Willow, white male.
Help!
Get on the ground, James. You are being detained, you Get on the ground.
I'm on the ground.
I'm gonna tase you, dude. Get on the
Hey, I got a
ground.
light.
Put the flashlight down.
The man kneeling was James Gresham, who had no idea why he was being treated this way despite not committing any crime. The officer's behavior was about to escalate even further.
Put the flashlight down.
Am I being detained?
Yes.
For what?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Put your hands behind your
What am I
back.
being detained for?
For listening,
Why am I
drop
being
that
detained? That's
flashlight.
not an
Drop
articulable-
that
That's
flashlight.
not an articulable reasonable suspicion that I committed a crime.
Yeah, it is. You
It
took
is
off.
not.
Yes, it
It is
is.
not.
Yeah, it is,
No, it is
James.
not.
You
Call
still
your
out.
supervisor.
You still
Call your supervisor.
relax.
No, I'm not relaxing. Call your supervisor. I want you to call your supervisor.
I am the
First Amendment
supervisor.
audit.
Shit,
First
shut up.
Amendment audit.
Yeah, try the Fifth
First
Amendment.
Amendment.
Shut
First
up.
Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now.
Yeah.
None.
You're riding your bike with no lights on.
Right there in my hand.
It's got to be on the
It was
fucking
on
bike.
the bike. It was on the bike. I just took it off.
No, I just watched you right away
You didn't
when I
write-
rolled up.
You didn't tell me to stop. There was no stop. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I told you to stop right
I did
here.
nothing wrong.
It was later revealed that the fire was because of a bonfire that was being carried out in the neighborhood. But now the officer started to violate James's rights as he was being arrested illegally.
Speak to your supervisor now. This ain't happening.
Yeah. You still on court conditions, James?
I want you to know I'm not.
No.
I don't have any court conditions. None. Not committed a crime. You have no reason to stop.
Yeah,
me.
I did. When I told you to stop.
I'd like to stop your.
Yeah.
I stopped when you told
Yeah,
me.
if
to
you're
stop.
arguing with me.
I'm gonna argue.
And
with
I had to
you.
pull my taser
You have
out.
no reason to stop me.
Yes, I do.
None. What?
Yeah.
Not committed a crime. No misdemeanor. No felony.
Yeah, James, it's called riding a bike without a
I
headlamp.
got a headlight right there.
It's not on the bike, James.
Your friend. Hey, I'm not on a bike. I'm in a parking lot, private property. What are you doing here?
You got any dope on you, James?
No, I don't. Now what? I want your supervisor.
Stand up.
I want your
Stand
supervisor.
up.
I'm gonna stand up.
When the officer had nothing else to frame him with, he claimed that he arrested him for riding a bike without a headlight. He then proceeded to illegally search him.
I don't know. I got a lot of shit in my pockets. Been working on cars all day.
You got a knife
it out.
on you?
Yeah. I know this. I'm being detained for no reason. I want to talk to your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor.
What supervisor, James? You
I
think
want
we're
your
at your beck and call? You did?
Yes.
No.
First Amendment
No.
audit right now.
Go.
Yeah. First Amendment audit. You have no reason to stop me right now. You're in
Yeah.
violation of my First Amendment right. And my Fifth. And my Fourth. And my Ninth.
Put your feet apart, James. I just f***ing told you,
No.
dumbass.
Private property. I'm right here in my house. I live right there.
The officer's attitude was disturbing as he continued to abuse the man. Meanwhile, the officers tried to find any justification for the arrest.
You're going to jail, dude.
What?
What's that for arguing? I'm asking you some basic information.
My name's James Gresham. You know my name.
I asked you what your date of birth was.
I don't have to answer your questions. Then.
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess I do, huh?
Yes.
Because I'm being detained,
yes.
right?
Yes.
52069. And this is an illegal stop.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Or your supervisor. I want to see your supervisor. Sir.
James, you know how many times
you have no right. I'm on.
You know how many times you've been in the
public property? I'm not.
I think that maybe if you just answer a couple quick questions, but when you're rolling up here and then coming back,
you told me to come back, so I came back.
Yeah, and then I'm telling you to drop the bike. You're not dropping the bike, and then you push it. You're trying to tense up on me.
In my hand. I didn't do nothing on you.
Yes, you did.
That's why you were stopping me.
Yes, you did.
I saw you pull up here. That's why I turned around and come back.
All right.
I knew you were going to come.
The officer's ego was crushed as he couldn't answer the questions that James was raising. Just watch how he proves himself to be a huge idiot by constantly lying about it all.
You should write this to stop me unreasonable. The first amendment. Articulable, reasonable suspicion.
All right.
ARS.
Yeah, sit tight, dude. Sit tight. Shut up.
ARS.
Just taken for obstructing. So what because he's back behind this thing. I roll up. I'm like, hey, what are you doing, dude? Come here. Yeah. Thinking that he was trying to hide back here. Right. Now it sounds like he lives here, but as soon as he does, it's like, put the bike down. And he starts yelling, coming at me, and he's like tensing up, dude. So I'm like, oh, crazy, dude, get my taser out. And then he's like, not getting on the ground, not getting on the ground. And he's just bitching.
We heard you.
Yeah.
You want to verify with 18 if he does something?
Sure, yeah.
It is saddening to see law enforcement officers behave like thugs in public. They would do everything to satisfy their egos, and what they did with James demands a huge lawsuit.
And now,
I don't need to see no cop.
maybe it would be more plausible if you did live there, but now we can't. Now we can't even verify that you live there.
Well, why don't we call Sharon then, Val?
Okay.
Why don't we call Sharon, the person who lives there?
Does Sharon live there?
Yeah, she sure does.
So how are you gonna get in there?
What do you mean?
How are you gonna get in the house?
Home. Usually she's home at night. I don't have to answer these questions. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
All right, don't answer the questions then.
Listen, listen, Carl. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm on private property. You're harassing me. You're
not harassing you.
Me right now. I'd like to see a supervisor.
That doesn't change how we go about this.
I've had to study for my law for this bullshit that I'm going through. Good.
Space working.
I'm gonna see that. Yeah, fine with you. I didn't do nothing wrong.
You don't listen.
I do listen. I came right to you when you pulled up.
Eventually, the officers did the unthinkable and ended up taking him to the police station claiming an entirely bogus charge.
You remember it?
What?
Those whole boxes on the seat of my car, remember?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Come on back here. We'll get it.
Sure. We'll get it.
What's on your shoe, James?
What's that?
What's up, brother?
Duct tape.
Yeah.
All right, have a seat.
Mistake. Made a mistake, bud.
Does he ever stay here?
He does visit this lady quite a bit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you know anything about that duffel bag? Does that mean anything to you?
Nope.
Is that recording?
I'm not sure if that one is. I know hers is.
If you think this officer was foolish enough, wait until you see how this motorcyclist completely owned this tyrant.
I did not break the law.
All right, can I see your license, registration, insurance?
Okay, what is your cause for pulling me over and asking for my information?
There is no shortage of cops who lack basic knowledge of the law and end up getting schooled by individuals. Today, we'll look at cases where these clueless officers messed with the wrong person and quickly found out. In August of 2019, an individual was riding his motorcycle in Ramona, California when a state trooper pulled him over for a particularly absurd reason.
Man, you can't be passing on the right like that, dude. You want to split lanes, but you can't pass on the right.
Does it say that in the statute?
Statute of what?
For lane splitting, lane sharing.
Yeah, you can't pass on the right, bro. It's
Okay, does it say that in this lane sharing statute?
I don't know what the lane sharing statute is.
So the rules governing.
There's not 2 lanes. So if there's 2 lanes, so let's just say.
I'm gonna reach for my phone. Don't get. Hey, come here for a second. This is the DMV website. California law does not allow or prohibit motorcycles from passing other vehicles proceeding in the same direction within the same lane. Within the same lane. Has nothing to do with 2 lanes. I was within the same lane. I wasn't past the white line.
All right, I'm not gonna argue, man. Can you read that again? I'm sorry.
Sure. Well, here, you read it right there. California law does not allow or prohibit, that means I'm allowed to do it, from passing other vehicles proceeding in the same direction within the same lane. A practice often called lane splitting, lane sharing, or filtering. Lane sharing.
Trooper Parody had no idea that he was dealing with someone well versed in statutes and the law. Shockingly, instead of admitting his mistake and letting the motorcyclist go, he escalated the situation further.
Can I see your license, registration, insurance?
Okay, what is your cause for pulling me over and asking for my information?
Man, unsafe passing within the lane, dude.
No, I'm just showing you the law.
Bro, listen to me. I'm not here to argue with you. I just need your license, registration, insurance, okay?
Okay, and I'm asking you for what purpose?
I just told you, because you're passing vehicles within the same lane on the right.
That's allowed.
Safe passing on the right. I'm not talking about lane splitting. You're not splitting lanes. You're passing vehicles on the right.
Okay, this literally just says lane sharing.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about splitting lanes on the right. You're not allowed to pass vehicles on the right.
The California's lane splitting laws clearly indicated that he had not committed a crime and was not obliged to hand over his documents, but something about this learning had hurt the officer's ego.
In order for you to ask me for that information, I have to have broken the law, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great, thank you, great. Okay, this is being recorded. So, if I have to provide you my information, I want to know what law I broke, because I clearly just showed to you. This is from the California DMV.
Bro.
You are misinterpreting and misunderstanding the law, man.
There's also a law that says you cannot pass unsafely on the right.
Okay, so I have this on tape. Show me where I passed unsafely.
I will. Let me see your license, registration, and...
So, again, what law did I break?
Let me explain it to you, okay?
You're going to explain it different than the law.
You know the law.
No, I can read English.
Okay. All right, well, I can too. So let me explain my interpretation of lane splitting.
Okay, your interpretation as opposed to facts.
Okay. Facts, lanes, whatever you want to call it, man. Let me explain to you what I consider lane splitting. If you've got 2 lanes or more, all right?
Which doesn't say here, right?
If you've got 2 lanes or more,
okay,
in one direction, and you go in between the lanes, whether you're in the lane to the right or the left.
Parody was adamant that the motorcyclist had broken the law, and what should have ended long ago was about to turn into a long and meaningless altercation.
The thing is, right, and where you're wrong, okay, that's your interpretation of it. That's not what the black and white says. And look, take your glasses off and I'm gonna get off my bike, is that all right? Within the same lane. It has nothing to do with 2 lanes.
Yeah, lane splitting though. We're not talking about lane splitting here.
Hey, I'm talking about what the law says.
But you're looking at this as lane splitting. There's no 2 lanes to split, my man. You understand that? There are no 2 lanes to be splitting here.
Okay, so show me right there where it says it has to be 2 lanes.
Bro, are you splitting lanes?
I'm sharing. Hold on.
Sharing the lane.
Yes, look, right there as it says, lane sharing.
Right.
Sharing.
While you're splitting lanes.
No.
Bro, you're looking at the DMV web. There's vehicle code. Okay.
Okay.
Vehicle code. Let me look it up and I'll explain it to you better.
Okay.
How's that sound, man?
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you look it up? I got time. I'm my own boss. All right. Why don't you look it up? And if I broke the law, not your interpretation of it, if you need to get a sergeant or somebody else here, do so. I'll gladly hand you my information.
Realizing he was getting nowhere with his limited understanding of the law, the trooper asked for time to review it and called his sergeant for backup. Meanwhile, the motorcyclist continued schooling him.
Hey, here's some more clarification for you, okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to touch it. All right, AB 51, into law, which define lane splitting as driving a motorcycle as 2 wheels in contact with the ground between rows of stopped or moving vehicles in the same lane. Doesn't matter. I can be in the same lane as long as did you see me over the white line at all?
On the shoulder, no.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you.
Exactly, Hey, so, dude, vehicle code?
Hold on. Yep. AB 51. Which
I'm reading the vehicle code, man. So, first of all, before we even get there, man, my intention of stopping you was because it was for safety issues, right? I mean, you're passing cars on the right. If a vehicle had to slam on the brakes and turn right and they hit you, whatever. Just like you're splitting lanes, right?
Yep.
While speaking with his sergeant on the phone, Parody was instructed not to issue a ticket and to end the stop. However, even this didn't stop the officer from continuing his attempts at intimidation.
But reading the law, it is not clearly stated as far as whether or not you could be passing on the right in one lane or two. All right, so I just called my supervisor.
Okay.
And he's like, hey dude, I don't know anything about that because I never write it because it's not clearly written in law.
Sure.
Right? Well, it's not.
No, except it is.
Well, except it doesn't clarify whether or not you're allowed to pass. Well, it says in the same lane, but lane splitting. Well, just hear me out.
Go ahead.
Lane splitting in my interpretation, okay? Lane splitting is you got two or more lanes in the same direction and you're going in between the lanes, right? But the law says within two or more rows of traffic in the same lane.
The trooper began blaming the statutes, claiming that they were unclear. At this point, he seemed willing to do anything to avoid admitting he was wrong and letting the individual go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, both of you, right? In order for you to ask me for my ID, I have to have committed a crime, correct? You can't just walk up, hold on, let's answer this right. You can't just walk up to somebody and say, give me your ID, right? We don't live in a police state. You guys are meant to enforce the law.
Okay.
So I have to have committed a crime in order for you to give me your ID, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's the first thing. That's
Okay.
why I'm arguing. I don't want to argue with you about, whether I have to give you my ID, because I know I don't have to. So and I'm going to use this term because that's what it is, and it's not a negative infliction upon you or anybody else. There's a difference between stupidity and ignorance. Ignorance, I'm ignorant of a great many things. I'm not a brain surgeon, so I don't know anything about it. But ignorance of this specific statute as it applies in California, it says same lane. I know what you're saying. That's what the general public thinks. It is poorly written. They tried to do something about it. The CHP had guidelines on it that were removed because people had questions and didn't understand what the law actually says.
Yeah.
The individual turned out to be an active duty Navy officer with an impressive command of California law, an example that every citizen could learn from.
My intention was never to actually give you a ticket.
Then why did you ask me for my registration and insurance?
Because I have to document all my contacts. Okay, I have to document my contacts.
If I broke the law?
Well,
you have my info. It's right there on my plate.
So you're not getting a ticket, but initially my interpretation was that you were breaking the law, but you're not getting a ticket. All I'm asking is for your identification so I can record my stop with you.
You've got a recording of it.
All right, man.
You've got a dash cam.
Whatever,
what do you mean whatever?
It's all good. You don't have. It's all good.
You're right. I don't. So I'm asking you though. Did I break the law today? Yes or no?
Yeah. Like I just explained to you. Originally, my interpretation was yes, you did. But now reading the section, and it's not clearly stated.
The situation had become almost comical, as the trooper, despite acknowledging that no law was broken, still refused to let the motorcyclist go.
I know you guys got a job to do, but this is frustration. He clearly read it. I haven't violated the law. I've got it on camera. Hey, you guys have a tough job, trust me, I get it. I'm getting some chapstick. You said yourself it's hot, okay? Come on.
So we understand, my probable cause to stop you is because you were passing vehicles on the right.
Right,
All right.
Which is not against the law.
Trooper Parody's behavior exemplifies exactly how a law enforcement officer should not operate. He hid behind the guise of public safety while completely disregarding the law.
Yeah.
I'm simply asking you if you have a license. You say, yes, you do in another state, but you can't provide that information to me.
Again, tell me what law I broke that caused this stop to begin with.
I just did, sir. I just did.
No.
And now I'm asking for some identification. And you say that you have a license, but you don't want to provide that information.
Sure. If you pulled me over for a valid stop, which right now we've already established this isn't a valid stop. You went back.
The stop is valid, man. The stop, it's a valid stop.
No, it's not.
It's a valid stop.
You just
You're
said
passing
yourself.
cars on the right.
Yes, that's not against the law.
On the right.
It's not against the law.
Hey, in my opinion, it's unsafe passing vehicles on the right, whether it's lane splitting or not. You're not getting a ticket for that. All I'm asking for is for some ID.
The trooper surely needs a reality check, and someone should tell him that the law doesn't work according to his opinion. Shortly after, 4 officers surrounded the motorcyclist, and it is still unknown what law he broke.
I'm just telling you what I got right now. Right now, I have you're riding a motorcycle, and you don't have a license in California.
Yep.
So, is the vehicle going to get towed, or are you going to provide me with your information?
I'll tell you what. If you want to tow it, then we can end up in court.
Okay.
That's fine. Go for it. Get a supervisor here. Get somebody else here. I'll call my lawyer.
Right.
Because you're not. You already know who I am. What information do you want? Well, hey.
All you do is show me your license, man.
No, I don't. I don't have to show you my license. What crime did I commit? What crime did I commit?
We're done here, brother.
Great. So 4 officers, all these resources for a crime that never got committed. And you learned something. Hey, man, you guys stay safe. Have a good day.
After going back and forth for almost 30 minutes, the trooper did something which he should have done instantly, letting the Navy guy go without any trouble. Shockingly, to avenge on this humbling, the officer ended up contacting his command officer and told him about the incident. Talk about being petty. Now, while this arrogant cop was left humiliated, this woman officer also had plenty to learn.
Did you learn anything today, ma'am?
I learned a lot today.
Yeah? That's good.
In December of 2020, First Amendment auditor N.C. Tyrant Hunter was filming outside a private building of Micro Measurements Group when a couple of employees came out trying to intimidate him and stop him from filming the public place.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I can't hear you, man.
Who are you?
Just a guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anything we can help you guys with?
Yeah, I'd like some coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. That'd be great, man. Maybe a bagel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you some issue or you guys needed help with something.
No, I think we've pretty grown. I think we can take care of ourselves.
Alrighty.
Yeah. That coffee, I need 5 sugars and 2 creams.
Alrighty.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you? Not too good.
The auditor firmly stood his ground, causing the employees to leave the scene. However, they called 911 and a female officer arrived. Unfortunately, she appeared to be just as uninformed about the law as the employees.
What are you out here doing?
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Akins. We don't have badge numbers.
Employee number? ID number?
Officer Akins.
Officer Akins, you got a card?
I can get you one, yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, the manager of this facility pretty much called us. Hi, how are you? They said that y'all aren't supposed to be out here.
Not supposed to be on the side of the road?
Technically, this right here, this is their property.
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay.
Okay, get the supervisor, please.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
The auditor called for a supervisor, hoping he would bring some sort of justice. Meanwhile, cops kept ganging up on him, but he refused to stop filming, as per his constitutional right.
So you check on
That works for me. So the manager here called, so they're out here filming. Technically, this right here is their property. They're asking for a supervisor or captain. I've let them know that this is still their property, it's private property. They can't be right here. And they wanted a supervisor. They said I was wrong. That's what
Yeah. Well, she's fixing to learn something. A free education today. Two people filming on the side of the road. Huh? That's crazy.
It was absurd how many officers responded to such a minor issue. Shortly after, the supervisor arrived and gave the female officer an unforgettable lesson on the law and citizens' rights.
How you guys doing?
What's up?
I'm here y'all from last year.
Can I get your name and ID number?
John Slaughter. We don't have ID numbers, so.
I hear
So you guys just out here filming?
That's it, man.
Okay.
And she's trying to tell me she needs to learn where the damn easement is, man. You're a rookie?
No, she's not a rookie.
Yeah, we don't come out here unless we know what we're doing.
Okay.
You already know. I think you know that, but she knows it now.
is right at the end of that sign, just this side of it.
Are y'all doing a commercial?
Well, we're doing an investigative story.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And now y'all in it, so.
See where this is washed out like that?
Did you learn anything today, ma'am?
If somebody pulls off
I learned a lot today.
Yeah? That's good. I mean, that's why we do this, for educational purposes.
I guess I need to.
It is. I'm not trying to make you look.
Yeah, you guys go right ahead.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make you look like a fool or anything, but that's why we do what we do.
The female officer had been proven wrong by her own boss, and it didn't take long for her to apologize. It's always great to see these tyrants back off, and this brave auditor had these officers learning a lot.
Yeah, as long as you guys don't block the road.
Nah, we got it, baby. We got it, man. We got all that. You know that.
Last year. Where did we see you at?
I don't think you guys specifically talked to me, but I remember you guys going to town hall and the police department.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But that's why, you know, I mean, that's what we do. We don't trespass. We don't do anything illegal. And now this gentleman knows, this one, she knows for sure that, you know, can't make us move off of a county property.
And even if they paid for it still belongs to the state.
Well, I mean, what do you guys want to do? This is what y'all enjoy.
Yeah, he knows that, man. He knows that.
That's what y'all want.
He just don't want to make her look bad. That's what he's doing.
Well, no, she called me to come out here and help out.
Because I asked for you. That's why she did. She was about to do something really bad. If I hadn't asked for a supervisor, she would have probably said, okay, you're under arrest and all, you know, the whole nine. But I asked for you specifically in the hopes that you did know where we was at and we could be right here.
Guys, you guys have a good time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Next, this clueless cop got the beating he deserved by this informed auditor.
Messing with me? I didn't do anything. We don't know.
Cops turn corrupt. It is only a matter of time before they are exposed and humbled. Today we'll look at some of these tyrants who were caught doing the unthinkable and were held accountable. Starting with this tense confrontation that unfolded as the officers, without any justification and evidence, approached a man and threatened to arrest him.
Didn't do anything.
Since I told you, you match the description of a call that we're on right now.
We need to come out.
10 minutes.
I don't want to sit on the ground, man.
Take your backpack off.
I'm not for what?
Sir, I told you you're being detained.
I didn't do anything.
We don't know that.
Man,
okay.
I didn't do anything.
Take your backpack off.
I'm not taking my bag. I didn't do anything.
Sir, we're going to find that out.
Me at all. My name is Tony Bear. I'm well known to the cops. Check my name out, whatever. I'm not sitting on the ground. I didn't do anything. Figure it out. I didn't.
Well, yeah, so if you can sit down.
I don't want to sit on the ground. I'm not sitting on the ground. I didn't do anything.
Well, if you did, so we can figure it out. Yeah.
Going anywhere. I'm waiting for my bus. I'm here every night, man, from LAX.
1401.
You're totally wrong, man.
We're not wrong.
Oh, you're totally wrong, man. You're messing with me. I didn't do anything.
We don't know. So listen,
you don't,
sir. Listen. What did you say your name was?
Tony Vera.
Tony. So we get calls, right? We show up to calls and we.
What's the description?
Black pants, black jeans, black jacket, black hat, black backpack.
And I'm the guy, huh?
That they're non-desirous, so.
Even though the cops admitted they were clueless about the suspect's identity, they stubbornly clung to the false accusation.
You're gonna sit up, you're gonna blame me, but you got all these shoplifters.
You're not even letting me talk.
Because you're harassing me, that's why.
We're not harassing you.
Yes, you are.
We're not harassing you.
I fit the description. Don't they have
exactly. You fit the description.
Don't they have body cam store footage?
Listen, targeted.
I don't care. I didn't do anything.
If it was you, just don't.
If it was me.
Yeah, if it was you, don't go back.
Don't go back. Completely assholes. And this is going online tonight, man. Madame the policeman harassed Tony Bear, even in Target. Unbelievable, man. This is a police force that we're dealing with. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The description of the culprit was way too general. Black pants, black jacket, black hat. These details can easily lead to false accusation. Knowing your rights is essential to protecting yourself from these situations. The next officers thought they were in control, but the twist is a wake-up call.
None of that's my problem.
No. Don't interrupt.
Don't interrupt. Yeah, I get it, but that's not my problem.
We're out of
here.
See you later.
Y'all have a great day.
Officers approached a man who was working a catering business at a private event and accused him of liquor violation. What happened next turned the spotlight on their actions and raised some serious questions about their knowledge of the law.
Do you have your ID on you?
I don't offer.
I need your ID.
Did I break a law?
There's potentially a liquor violation, yes.
I didn't.
Are you serving tonight?
I didn't violate anybody. So.
Okay. Well, it's unlawful to serve someone who's visibly intoxicated.
Right.
Okay. So
I think we all know that, but I didn't do that, so.
All right. You have your ID?
No, I don't. I didn't break any law. Right? Do you have evidence,
That's why
or do you
we're
have evidence that I broke a law in particular?
That's why I'm here.
If you don't have evidence that I specifically broke a law, then there's no probable cause for you to ask for my ID, because you have to have reasonable. No, you have to have reasonable. Specifically broke a law, which I didn't do.
Listen,
I'm very careful about who I serve, and that's all I'll say.
listen, I have reasonable.
That's why I'm
suspicion.
recording.
Okay, that's fine. You can record. I'm recording too.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I have reasonable suspicion that there was a violation.
The situation escalated when the man refused to identify himself, citing the officer's lack of reasonable, articulable suspicion.
By who?
Of liquor violation by the people serving alcohol here tonight.
Okay. Again, I still don't understand what that has to do with me. I'm just here working a catering event. I'm here working for the staff. So
I already explained that to you because I was told that you were also serving alcohol at the bar tonight.
Okay,
by two other employees here.
I'm not going to get into details and discussions with you about an ongoing investigation, especially when it has nothing to do with me.
Any questions, but you do have to identify yourself.
I didn't break any laws, so what would I have to identify myself for? In Colorado, in order to ID somebody, you have to have proof that they've either broken the law or that you have to have reasonable suspicion or articulable suspicion that they have broken a law. No, you didn't witness me doing anything, and you don't have any witnesses saying that I over-served anybody. So I don't
I need to detain you and...
What would you detain me for?
To identify you.
The man knew his rights under the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unlawful searches and detention. Armed with this knowledge, he refused to be intimidated.
For what crime, though? You have to have a crime to detain me. Reasonable suspicion is not a crime.
So look,
yeah, go ahead.
Were you serving alcohol tonight at this event?
I'm not answering any questions for you guys.
Who's your supervisor?
We were told that you were.
That's, I don't know.
Marissa?
I don't know. I just worked the venue. I don't know who my supervisor is.
Yeah, we'll take that.
I don't know. I'm not understanding why you guys think that you have the right to my ID when I didn't break any law. I didn't violate any crime. You have no proof that I violated any crime. Reasonable suspicion means that you have reasonable suspicion that you have proof someone violated a law. You don't have that. You have hearsay from many different people. You didn't witness anything. So reasonable suspicion has to occur in order for you to require my ID. That hasn't occurred yet. I'm not stupid. I know the law very well. I'm a paralegal. You're not going to bully me into forcing an ID out of me for something I didn't do. I didn't break any law. So you have to have a law broken, or say, we're pretty sure he broke the law in order to ID me. You don't have any proof that I broke the law, because I didn't.
Can I talk?
It is so unprofessional and unlawful of the cops to act on hearsay, just hardly enough to start an investigation. The cops needed concrete facts to proceed, not baseless assumptions.
From my training, reasonable suspicion is that I need to investigate what's going on. I have reasonable suspicion that bartenders were serving alcoholic beverages at this venue.
Right, but you have to have reasonable suspicion that I personally broke the law. Yeah, you do. That's how it works. You can't just have blanket suspicion. Yeah, you can't have blanket suspicion. You have to have suspicion of an individual. We have the right to be free in our persons, and effects against unreasonable. Right.
I have to have evidence.
No. In order to even ask for my ID, you need to have a warrant, or you have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion or probable cause that a crime has occurred. You don't have that against me. I didn't.
Reasonable suspicion that a bartender that was working here tonight.
You have no reasonable suspicion that I was. Did you see me behind the bar? Or did you see me running around picking up glasses?
We're gonna ask your supervisor and other people who work there.
That still doesn't matter. I was running around picking up glasses. I'm reclaiming. I was running around picking up glasses.
No matter what the cops came up with, the man refused to listen. The arguments held volumes as he knew his right.
I'm literally running around with a tray in my hand. When you got here, you didn't see me serving anyone.
Okay.
Right?
I'm not gonna argue with you.
So I don't understand where your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I personally committed a crime is. You can suspect all you want. You can come back later and demand whatever you want once you have that, but you don't have that because I don't break the law.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I'm an intelligent individual. I don't go out breaking laws.
I know you are. You're a very intelligent guy.
Yeah, so I don't break laws, so I have no reason to articulate. You have no reason to articulate a crime, so I have no reason to
articulate, but you're just not listening.
Not for me. You have reason to articulate what you think is a crime, but that's not a crime. The lady's on her way to the hospital. That's not even.
Probable cause, but
again, that's not probable cause of me for anything.
You're right. I have reasonable suspicion that I'm trying to investigate.
Right. Reasonable suspicion is where we're at right now.
Don't interrupt me quick. Let me finish my statement, right?
It is truly iconic how this individual changed the course of events by taking on the role of a teacher and schooling the cops on the very laws they are meant to protect.
And that is a completely different thing than reasonable, articulable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion just means you reasonably suspect something.
The individual was aware that without solid evidence, cops cannot conduct an investigation. Standing his ground, he repeatedly demanded they specify the crime they suspected him of committing.
You're claiming my chief tells me I have it quoted to me.
I don't know who tells you. Probably your captain. Usually it's a street sergeant or a road captain.
I have a captain. I have a commander.
You have a street sergeant, likely. Yeah. So your street sergeant's probably the one that mandates it. Your captain mandates it to him, and your chief mandates it to your captain or your whatever. I know a lot about him. I've been a police accountability activist for 2 decades now, so I know quite a bit about law enforcement. All right. I don't understand why I'm still out here. I have work to do. Am I breaking the law in some way that you have the right to detain me?
I'm detaining you. You cannot identify yourself. I'm trying to identify.
In order to detain me, you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion that I specifically committed a crime. Am I being detained or am I free to go right now?
You're not free to leave.
Okay, so I'm being detained right now.
Yeah.
Because you suspect me of a crime.
I have reasonable suspicion to identify all bartenders here. You're not giving me your ID. All I want is to identify.
Oh, I know. That's all cops want. You want to be able to violate our rights willy-nilly without any regard for the Fourth Amendment.
The server made it considerably more difficult for the police to identify and interrogate everyone at the time, as he was well aware of his Fourth and Fifth Amendment right.
You guys don't like the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment stops you from finding out who everyone is. Well, if you did, then you would understand right now that you don't have reasonable articulable suspicion, definitely don't have probable cause, so you have no reason to be talking to me right now. I have no reason to be detained. This is an unlawful detainment. I have work to do. I have to get back to work. Can I go ahead and get back to work now?
Sir Murdoch said he's talking to your supervisor, trying to figure out who you are. I'm sure you're not willing to give me your name.
You have no right to that information. Okay. You need to go do your job. Me being, obedient has nothing to do with your job. You need to go do your job. You guys always think you can just bully situations, and it's not going to happen, dude.
I feel like it's bullying, sir. I'm sure that.
No, it's bullying. When you decided that you were going to detain me without a really strong, reasonable, articulable suspicion, by detaining me without that, you are clearly violating my Fourth Amendment right now. You're violating my Fifth Amendment right.
When the police were unable to respond, it became evident they were only trying to get information, hoping that he would slip up.
Server, you literally watched me walking around picking up glasses of water off of tables.
Were you serving alcohol tonight?
I'm not answering any questions. You literally saw me picking up glasses of water. That's what you saw me doing.
I just met you right here, right now, sir.
I watched you walk in as I was walking around picking up glasses. I don't know what you were looking for. I'm just letting you know that I saw you as I walked in when I was picking up glasses. I'm just trying to get my job done. I got work to do. I want to be able to go home. It's already what? I'm not being detained any longer?
No.
So what was I being detained? What reasonable articulation did you have that you could detain me?
I've already explained this.
No, you didn't. You just told me I'm being detained. So you can explain this to me. What reason? Let me finish real quick. What reasonable articulable suspicion did you have that I committed a crime that gave you the right to detain me?
Okay. We get called here because there's an unconscious female that was reported that she had.
In the end, the police had no choice but to back down and walk away, defeated by his unwavering confidence and knowledge of the law. What these cops did might shock you, but the next scandal is even more outrageous.
Why don't you go look for it? Why don't you walk around and look for it? I don't have to listen. I'm in my house. Go look for it. Yeah, see that? Go look for it.
In this case, officers accuse an innocent man of parking his travel trailer unlawfully and grill him about the missing license plate.
Ma'am, per state law, you need to have a license plate affixed to this vehicle and it needs to be registered. Do you have a license plate or a VIN? You're really not giving me a whole lot of options here.
You came straight to the door.
Excuse me?
You came straight to the door.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Did you come straight to the door? Did you come straight to the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you came to the door. So then that means that you came to the door and you didn't find what you were looking for, huh?
Ma'am, like I said, you need to have a VIN or a license plate with this.
You need to go look for it.
It also needs to be registered.
You gotta go look for it.
Okay. We already came out here once.
I know, I moved already. I already moved last night, actually. My wife moved from that little crayon shit that y'all put on my tire.
Okay.
So we already did this.
The guy informs the investigators that he and his wife had already relocated, but the authorities persist in their accusations in spite of his clear explanation.
Legal to live out of a RV
in
the city of Garden Grove.
Okay.
So you should probably move it to another city.
Okay.
But again, where's the license?
Okay, so guess what? When my wife get home at 6 o'clock, then we gonna move.
Okay.
In the meantime, you need to go do your job and go look for it. Do it. Go do it then, because right now I'm being harassed.
No, you're not.
Right now you harassing me.
Guess
what else you need?
You may think you're being harassed.
I'm just asking you a question. What else do you need? Am I inconveniencing them?
Yes.
How is that?
Because I could be doing other things right now.
So why don't you go do it then? Why don't you go do it?
Because I'm arguing with a child.
You're not arguing with me. I'm not arguing with you. And I'm not a child. And I'm not a child.
You are.
And I'm not a child. And I'm not a child.
You're acting like.
Okay, so what else do you need to talk about?
I need your license plate and your VIN.
Okay, go look for it then. Go walk around and look for it. You should go look for it. Because now y'all harassing me.
Where's the plate?
Why don't you go look for it?
The cops continued demanding paperwork, escalating the tension. Eventually, the man had enough. He refused to cooperate and slammed the door shut, ending the confrontation.
Why don't you walk around and look for it? I don't have to listen. I'm in my house. Go look for it. Yeah, see that? Go look for it. Go look for it. It is a house. It's a travel trailer. It's my house. I own it. I bought it. My wife bought it. Go look for it. Yeah, is that Vu? Is that you, Vu? Is that you, Vu? Vu, that ain't you, Vu. I'm sorry. You look like Vu. You look like Vu. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got it? You got it? Did you run it? Did you got it? Did you run it? Did you got it? Did you run it? Did you got it? You got it and you ran it? Huh? It's registered to? Who is registered to? Who don't have an address? Does it have a what? Does it have a permit? Go ask them. Yeah, go ask them. Go do your job. Yeah, go do that. Go do that. And I'm gonna move as soon as my wife get home.
You gonna pull it?
No, I'm gonna move when my wife get home from work. You goddamn right.
You better call your wife.
Okay,
right
okay.
Now. You better get her here.
Okay.
Find out
Okay. You a biggest. Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. I will keep talking.
Clearly upset, the man backed off. It is quite frustrating to be treated like a criminal over something that could have been resolved with a simple conversation. These next officers think they are above the law and can question anyone.
Just to ensure that you're, supposed to be here, supposed to be on duty.
On February 3rd, 2021, a couple of officers approached a security guard and began investigating him, despite there being no clear reason for their actions.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? No, I'm asking the same thing.
You work security here?
Yeah, I work right here.
Are the owners not home or?
No, they're not home right now. They just left like earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have like credentials that show you to work here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I reach down and get it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. You can show my card.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. How you been working here?
Well, we just started this account today. But we're just gonna be here for operating here for about 2 weeks, and we out.
What's the reason why they want security on the house?
High profile client.
What was that?
A high profile client.
High profile crime?
Client.
Client.
Yeah.
Got it. We're just gonna run you out real quick the same time.
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing to hide, man. I'm just doing my job, yeah.
Even when the security guard gave the authorities his documents, the officer came back and demanded additional questions, fueling the tension without justification.
What kind of car do you drive? You park it over in the garage? Are you just outside detail? What's your primary role?
Back, front, and side, yeah. We'll be operating here 24/7. So at night there'll be another guard here. And in the morning, daytime, I'll be me here. So if you guys get calls, anybody calls or,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have the contact for the owner of the home?
No, I do not have any other information. What was that?
Does your boss have it?
My boss,
management?
They might, yeah.
Just for our sake to, get them on the phone to see, make sure everything checks out.
Yeah, I mean, I could contact my supervisor and, I mean, if he could come, I don't know, because he has to go check up another guard, another post. Okay. If you guys have the time to wait.
If you get your supervisor on the phone,
all right.
Just to ensure that you're, supposed to be here, supposed to be on duty, make sure everything checks out on that end.
The officer, still unsure of his duty, asked the security guard to call his supervisor, further adding to the confusion of the situation.
Okay, hey, sir, go ahead. You don't have to call.
You sure?
Yeah, you're good. I'll just take down your information.
Okay.
Yeah.
something that would help us. And I know this might not be a routine for you guys, but when you guys switch guards, or maybe just call our police department and say, hey.
Yeah.
Because that way, like, it avoids us coming out here.
Right. Yeah. I thought my post commander would have done that. You know, but it puts that risk, because, nobody knows us. We're over here with uniform. There's a lot of people impersonating now. People dress as police officers to go rob somebody,
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm gonna have a word with him about that, but I mean, they should have alerted you guys, yeah. But
thanks for being cooperative and everything.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah.
However, the security guard's cooperation ultimately led the officers to letting him go, as they realized there was no reason to investigate him further. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we saw how corrupt and evil police officers who thought they were above the law were ultimately caught and held accountable for their action. Their misconduct was shocking, and it serves as a reminder that no one, not even those in positions of power, are untouchable when they break the law. If you believe in holding corrupt officials accountable, please like this video and subscribe to stay informed on more stories like this. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how these dumb cops made a mockery out of themselves.
The more knowledge we all have, the better, right? I mean, we're all here to learn.
I'm a war guy. I could lose the fight, but I always win the war. So, like, for me,